Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lego Therapy. And ladies, gents, peeps, it's time for a new segment. I like to call this, How Many Stitches Do You Own? Don't worry, I'll go first. And of course, the item we've all been waiting for, the one we're really here for. Today's Lego build. The Lilo and Stitch house. And ironically, the number one Stitch in my home just showed up, except he's the wrong color. Wow. All right, buddy. Peeps! I only spent about 3 minutes walking around my house and collected all of this. And what's funny is I know there's more in the house. Like, I know there's Christmas ornaments that are packed away in the attic. I wasn't going up there. And I'm just sure there's more Stitch things elsewhere. But again, I spent maybe 3 minutes just quickly walking around the house, collecting up all the Stitch things that we have. I was like, oh my gosh. In fact, I found this magnet a minute ago when I went to get my hydration here. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot I had the magnet. And I tried to pull it off the fridge. It's been there so long it didn't want to come off. But, in fact, I know some of you probably are like, why do you have 2 sleeping Stitches? Well, this one was originally mine. But Mama Stitch kept sleeping on it and made him look like this. So she claimed this one, and this one is my new one. Let's clear this off, and I will be right back. Boom. All right, we are back. Lego light is on. We are live-ish. I think it's that side. We're live-ish in the Lego Lounge. Actually, I think it's this side that I put it on. Peeps. So, yeah, if you didn't catch on, we're obsessed with Stitch in this house. We got Frenchies. Frenchies and Stitch look a lot alike. Plus, we love the characters, the movie. I actually wanted to dress up like a character from Lilo and Stitch. And I was like, who could I be? And then I started looking through. I just did a quick Google of Lilo and Stitch characters, and nobody looks like me, and I look like nobody. So I was like, all right, well that idea just went out the window. There's not any bearded characters. There's like technically no long-haired characters. I was just like, this doesn't work. And ironically, I don't have any Stitch shirts. Now, I won't say that definitively, because the last time I said I didn't have a purple shirt, and then I went in a couple days later, and boom, there was a purple shirt staring me in the face. But, what do we got here? This is set number 43268. And I know I said it is 834 pieces. I know I said I wasn't going to build this immediately after doing my my What's in the Box episode, or mystery box episode. And actually, the way I recorded all these videos, it technically isn't going to be next, because I've already got like a couple weeks of videos loaded up on YouTube, and I just wanted to say, hey, thank you to JDP Builds for sending this. This episode is sponsored by the wonderful, amazing, ever-talented JDP Builds. So thank you once again, JDP Builds, for sending this over to us to build and share with the world. Oh, goody, stickers. You guys know we love stickers here on Lego Therapy. Oh, and the people at Amazon did a great job of taking care of this manual. I don't know if you can see. Thankfully, MC uses the digital instructions, but there they are nonetheless. But yes, this is sponsored by JDP Builds, and because I already released I already scheduled a bunch of other videos, this isn't technically going to appear as the next build, but it really is my next build in the grand scheme of things. Kind of funny, but bag drop. Yeah, we love Lilo and Stitch here. We have so many Stitch things around this house, and I can't even find them all. And I did not feel like going and digging deep. I'm sure there's stuff in drawers, and I know there's stuff in the attic. There's just Lilo and Stitch stuff everywhere. And we have duplicates of them. There's just so many. So yeah, it's this turquoise. Is that what that color's? Man, what happened to Roy G. Biv? Can't we just stick with those with those colors? Oh man, I'm off the rails already. We haven't even gotten started building, peeps. I'm already off the rails. Might as well go ahead and put the sidetrack crown on, and in that name, let's go ahead and do the dad joke of the day. What do y'all call a man with one rubber toe? Roberto. That's a rough one. Good times. Peeps, I gotta be honest. I'm gonna do my best, but I am in a lot of pain today. I slept wrong or something, and I woke up in excruciating pain, and I've tried stretching out, and I've tried laying on the floor and twisting and popping my back, and that was fun because the minute I laid down, my dog said, "Oh, it's playtime!" And they both came and jumped all over me and licked my face, and all of this, they would not give me an inch of space. So, needless to say, I'm hurting right now. I told my bestie, I said, man, if this isn't better by tomorrow, I might need to go see the chiropractor, because it's like, it started in my neck and works all the way down my back. It does not feel good. But I'm going to do my best to put out a quality episode for you peeps. Oh, what I meant to say, see, sidetrack to the sidetrack to the sidetrack. What I meant to tell y'all, I wasn't joking. I would love to see what you guys have in terms of Stitch memorabilia, if you're into the Lilo and Stitch. And you know, no offense to anybody that likes the new live action one. I haven't even watched it. It's just not, I'm not interested in the live action stuff. I love the Disney originals, and I like to keep the memory of them as I remember as a child. So I don't really invest any time. Now, if they pop up on Disney Plus, eventually I'll watch them, but I'm not going to theaters. I'm not investing a bunch of time in these live action remakes. They just don't do it for me. But if that is your thing, cool. But I would love to see everybody's Lilo and Stitch collections. So if you have any, take a picture. Throw it up on my community tab. Share it with the world and let everybody see your love of the Lilo and Stitch verse. Lilo and Stitchiverse. Yes. All right, let's take our picture. The old Instagrams. Bam! And 3D directions here. No, I'm a fan. This one also has the build with a friend option, so you can do that if that's your jam. And let's just build, peeps. I don't actually know how much time has really passed, even though I did turn the timer on, because I already know that the little thing I'm gonna, you'll get it later. Oh, I'm a mess. Peeps, let's just build. Got my little Stitch fig. Oh my gosh, he looks great. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I do have the Lego Stitch minifig keychain. that almost matches this guy. Plus, I don't know if y'all saw my little Lilo and Stitch bracelet. Oh man, I got all the Stitch things. All right, let me hush. It's just built. What do y'all call this piece? This is the piece that was on the Dreams motorcycle that I showed y'all, that the little kid's minifigs legs slide around to keep him on the bike, but he doesn't stay on very well and he falls off. What do y'all call this piece? I'll give you 10 seconds. No, I won't. I call this the phone booth. The phone booth piece, because... Okay. I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with the military, and for the most part, this doesn't really apply anymore. But back in the day, who's old? When you were deployed and you wanted to call home, talk to family, friends, whoever, you had to go to a building where they had government phones for you to use to call back home. And you only got, boy, it's been a long time, but I want to say it was like 15 minutes a week, something like that. Not cheap to call internationally back then. Anyways, you just had these little dividers that were between each of the phones. So you had your little booth and they had their little booth. You're literally sitting at a table. There was different variations, but one of the more common ones is you're at a little booth. It's about this wide. It's just barely enough for you to slide in. You got your phone, you pick up, you talk to the receptionist or whatever. It's been a long time, y'all. Sorry. But you would talk to them and then they would connect you to your number, and you would just sit there for your 15 minutes. And when your 15 minutes was up, it didn't matter if you were done talking or you weren't done talking. They just hung up on you. But yeah, it was a little phone booth. That's what I call that piece. That's the phone booth piece. Anywho, carrying on. All right, peeps, we are done. We have finished the Lilo and Stitch beach house. Beautiful, beautiful set. I love it. It came out fantastic. I'm not going to go into deep detail with it because I do want to do a full review on this one. It was such a great set, and since I know Fromania Bricks already reviewed this set, I think this may be the first set that both channels have reviewed, at least to my remembrance. So what I want to do is I want to review it, then I want to go back and watch and see how they scored it, because it's interesting to see their perspective versus mine. And I mean, any builder, but for sure them. I got a lot of respect for them and what they do. So I'm interested to see how my score compares to their score. And I watched it, but it's been a couple months now. So I know Mama Fro was very kind because she loves Stitch and this movie so much. And I may be equally as kind. I just, I have to get there, sit down and think about it and do it. But for now, here is the whole build. Here is the back side of the actual house. It's always so challenging because I have to hide my own line of sight. And then the front. Oh! Front. Oh! Okay. Not a ton of damage. I was holding it by the little front grassy knoll. Oh no! Alright, let's try this again. Alright, there's the front of the house. Got most of our minifigs on there. Of course, loose pieces are falling out. As I said in another episode, I'm starting to become team no loose pieces. I'm starting to feel that. But I'll just say overall, I had a great time. Lesson to you folks out there in Peeplandia. Don't try to pick up... Oops, that is the wrong button. Don't try to pick up the house holding that front little grass piece. It does make me... I was sitting here when I was building thinking about this. I was like, I wonder how Lego decides which sets they're going to give like a real base plate to versus like these partial base plates where you just build the base out of several little plates. But let's see, what are the statistics? It says it took me 2 hours and 7 minutes. I know not really because I stop and take pictures and things of that nature. 482 steps, 15 seconds per step on average. If you stack them all up, you get 9.9 meters high of Lego pieces. Bam! All right, there it is. Love this little spaceship on top. Looks so fun. Little Stitch here. God, I love Stitch so much. It's just such a great minifig. I'm thinking about doing a special episode where I talk about my thoughts on minifigs. So I'm not going to say too much, but I will say this. This is one of my favorite minifigs ever. Like, spot on. He looks great. But, yeah, that is all, peeps. Once again, I want to say thank you so much to JDP Builds for sponsoring this episode. Sent me over this set. I'm so thankful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy to have it in the collection of all the many Stitches. Y'all are part of Peeplandia, and I live in Stitchlandia. But on that note, peeps, I have to pick my daughter up from school in 30 minutes, and it's a 10-minute drive. So I got plenty of time, but I almost forgot until I just looked at my watch. So I gotta bounce. Thanks for coming. Please come back and watch the review. Until then, Stitch love Lego. Holla!